use Facebook ads to target a location. Today, guys, I'm going to show you how to launch a campaign on Facebook to target people in a certain area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a brand awareness campaign in a certain area. So say if you have a restaurant or a dentist office or a lawyer's office, you can do this. Now you can do all sorts of conversions. You can do reach, you can do anything. I'm going to do brand awareness for this example. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue and get my ad set up. So what you can do is everyone and change your location right here to people who live in this location. Select that ad and then you can actually input your address right here. So I'm going to delete United States and I'm going to type an address in here. So I'm going to say Orlando, Florida. Okay, and I'll just pick the airport just for now. So I can actually select how the radius is. So I can, 50 miles, 20 miles, I can put whatever I want. I can select the age range. So say if your niche is, they're the people that are actually, buying your product or everything, or, older, you can select that. Typically what I usually do is always go 21, because if you're under 20, usually the engagement, you'll get engagement, but you won't get purchases. So if you want like a lot of engagements, you can like put lower. I guess if you have like an event or something that's more directed for like teenagers to show up, you could target younger people. I guess it really depends on what you're doing. But typically I usually do at least 21 or like 23. You can target your language. That's very good for depending on where you're at. So I mean, if you want to do English and Spanish, you can do that. The other cool thing about this is you can do detailed targeted. You can target by interest. So you can say, for example, if you want to target people in your area that have a hobby of RC hobby, or let's say you want to say you're a t-shirt place, so I'll do t-shirts. And you can see t-shirts, but for this we'll do something a little easier, and I'm going to say I want to find people that are interested in NFL, so I can type NFL in there. And then you can go down here and select where you want to people who like your page, your events. You can do, all sorts of stuff. The next thing is your placements. You can select where you want your ad to be placed. I typically don't do automatic placements because I don't have that good of success with automatic placements. It typically varies. I have had campaigns where I ran on automatic placement just messing around, and they've done alright. But usually what I'll do is I'll add my placements and mess around with these. And what you can do is you can create test campaigns, so you can split this ad up into multiple placements. So one category is running only on feeds, and then the other one's only running on like Instagram or the videos. So then you can kind of compare which one's giving you more success or whatever you want it to do. And the other neat thing about with Facebook ads, you can actually set your budget. So you could do $5 per day or whatever you want to do, and it'll actually show you your estimated daily results right over here on the right hand side. So it's really cool, and it'll show your audience size and everything you want to do. Now, and I was actually talking about different ad sets and everything. You can actually do that up here in the top. You can create multiple versions, of the same ad. It has all sorts of things in here. So you should definitely be doing this if you're not doing it already. I mean, literally for a $5 a day budget, I can be reaching almost 1,100 people in this area, and it really depends on your niche. I mean, I can change this and we'll do cars, for example, car rentals, okay? So I would have a reach of 1,200 people. We could even do, hair products, hairstyle. I mean, the possibilities are really endless with this. You just get a little creative, and you don't want too big of a reach, because if you're getting too big of an audience, it's gonna be bad. So don't have it too high. And typically, usually what I get up for about $5 is like about 1,000. Depending on what placements and other things I'm doing, it really depends, and it even depends sometimes on your where you're placing it in your niche and all sorts of stuff. So there's other factors in what you'll get for your reach, by what you put in there. But other than that, if you got any questions on how to set this up, if you have any other questions, I just did a little brief sample of how to start setting up some ads so you can start getting more awareness and getting your brand out there. As I said, there's other ways to do it. You can do different campaign types, but this is just one of the ways you can do this. And typically I have the best success, with multiple versions, creating different ad sets and then seeing which one works better for me. All right, if you have any questions, send me a DM or an email, guys.